Hey everybody, it's Marshall here, and it is it. This is it. You saw the thumbnail and you clicked on the title of this. This is it, guys. My first ever Q&A. Oh! Yes, a Q&A for Descendants 2. A lot of you asked questions because I asked you if you'd like to ask questions. People responded. I have my phone here, that's why you can hear it. So I decided, let's do this Q&A and let's go through some of these questions. So let me look here. I'm trying to find one. Okay. I think there's one in here. There's like tons that okay, so I think this is it. Alright. So, okay, here's one. Now this one is from Icy Wolf. He commented on, this is the China and McClane confirmed video, and we'll talk about that in a second. Or no, this is China and McClane casting video. We'll talk about something in a second, probably at the end of this video, update that I want to tell you guys about because I was really mad at this. But yeah, let's go to the question. So the question from Icy Wolf is, what do you predict about upcoming Descendants movies and other content? Oh, such a good question. I predict, obviously, there's going to be Descendants 3. There is no, there's no doubt about that. This is basically the next High School Musical. And High School Musical, if you recall, the third movie was in theaters, so it could be possible Descendants 3 could be in theaters, especially nowadays, because live-action fairy tales are so popular, and they get tons of money in the box office, because they're so fantastic. Maybe not Alice with the Looking Glass, though. That one was pretty, and then like Tarzan, Legend of Tarzan was like, not that really that amazing. But you know, you have things like the first Alice in Wonderland, Maleficent was pretty good. I think Cinderella did a good job. I'm not really for sure on that one. The Jungle Book did pretty well. Beauty and the Beast right now, its teaser trailer is #1 on YouTube. You know, the most viewed trailer, even surpassing Star Wars: The Force Awakens at this point. So live-action fairy tales are doing so well. I would actually think that Descendants 3 should obviously be in theaters. Maybe, I don't know. If High School Musical 3 can, why can't Descendants 3? I mean, come on, seriously. So, in my opinion, I think that could be something. I predict that could be, you know, something discussed behind the doors of Disney and Disney Channel, all that stuff. And then I also predict about other content. Obviously, Wicked World is still popular right now. I don't love Wicked World. I think it's an interesting thing to do because we're meeting so many other characters. But in my opinion, I want to meet these characters in live action. I don't want to see animated versions of them. I don't want to see, you know, animated version of CJ. I don't want to see an animated version of Yzma's son. I can't remember. Played by Bradley Stephen Perry. I don't know his name, the character's name. But, you know, I don't want to see him in, you know, animation. I want to see all these people in live action. That's what the whole point of Descendants is, right? So, you know, I predict that the Wicked World will still keep going. I think Descendants merchandise is going to keep coming out, especially for the second movie. So just things like that, that'll be coming down the line. Now, I think, okay, so here's a couple of questions from Mikey Lynn. Now, he said, what are you most looking forward to in the new movie? So we'll answer that one first. Obviously, Uma and Ursula. I think that's going to be the biggest thing. And I also have a really interesting question that we're going to talk about in a second. But yeah, Ursula and Uma are the ones that I am so excited for. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know if, like, Uma's going to get legs or, like, what's going to happen. I don't know. Like, who knows for sure. But, you know, we're going to see it happen. And I'm excited for that. I also really like China and McClane. And I'm looking forward to seeing who they cast as Ursula. That's going to be really exciting as well. So that's pretty cool. And then, oh wait, there's more. If you could have one thing happen in the movies, what would it be? That's a good question. If I could have one thing happen in the movies, I'd say better storylines. You know what I mean? Like in the first movie, we established like the whole Isle of the Lost and Ordon, and we established all of the characters, and we had to get them there. We had to set up the story. So in the second movie, I really want to see them get better storylines. I mean, obviously we're getting Uma, and CJ apparently is going to be in there. Gaston's kids are going to be in there. So that's so many characters. But at the same time, I don't want them to lose the core characters that they worked so hard to make, like Carlos and Jay and Evie. I know Mal's going to be a big part because she's like the poster girl for Descendants. But, you know, with the other characters, Evie, I think Evie will probably do some like big smart thing. You know, maybe they'll have like some kind of like competition or something. You know, like a science fair. I don't know, something they do. And then Evie can participate in that. And then something that I really wanted them to do. Okay, this is like kind of like a theory, but not really. It's not really a theory. It's more like a want. But CJ, who knows who's gonna be playing her? I think they should get like, I don't know. You know what would be really cool? Like, I don't know who voices CJ. So that's probably who they're gonna use. Maybe. I mean, you never know, right? I don't know who voices her, but I wish Victoria Justice would have been CJ. That would have been really cool. Although maybe she's kind of older, but she's still kind of young. I don't know. But I think that Victoria Justice would be pretty cool to be CJ, Captain Hook's daughter. I don't know. That's just something I think. Or like Olivia Holt would be really interesting, or you know, some like people like that I think that would be really good in the movie. But what I really want them to do is have like Carlos and Jay fight over CJ. That would be kind of fun to watch. Or like have Evie become best friends with CJ. That would be really cool. So like things like that I think that would be really interesting. You know, storylines that are fun to watch and that we don't have to focus too much on the new characters. So we have to, you know, give stuff to the core characters as well, right? All right. So next. What was your favorite song from the first movie? Well, my favorite song from the first movie would either be "Set It Off." That one's just, oh my gosh, it's just a great song. "Rotten at the Core." I actually have "Rotten at the Core," and then I think "If Only." Like those three. The ones I didn't like "Be Our Guest," like the remix that they did. Didn't like that. And then what was another one? Oh, there was that one that they did at the football field or whatever. What was it? Tourney Field, you know, that one song? The Mal theme song, I guess, but performed by Ben. That one I kind of liked, but not really as much as the others. So just those, you know, those few. "Set It Off," "Rotten at the Core," "If Only." Those are my three favorites. But I can't pick between them because they're just so good. And I think there's another one. Whose kid would you most like to see? I don't know, like, from the movie, I don't know if Mikey Lynn means like from the characters that are confirmed or from any characters. So I'll just answer both. From the ones that are confirmed, I think Uma. We have not ever seen Uma before, in animation or live action, so I'm just excited to see her the most. And if the ones that aren't confirmed, the ones that we haven't seen yet, I don't know. Who's left? Maybe Mother Gothel's child? I don't know. That'd be really interesting, right? Or like someone else? I don't know. Not Mulan, not the Huns. What are they called? I can't remember his name, but the Huns or whatever. Not them. I don't think they'll be a really good character. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really think of anybody. Ariel's kid, maybe. Ariel's kid would be pretty cool. That would be really nice. And who do you want to see more of? That's obvious. I want to see more of Carlos. I just think Carlos is pretty cool. Karen Boyce is awesome. So Carlos didn't really get anything to do in the first movie. I mean, he had his dog and stuff like that. You know, kind of a few bonding moments with him and Ben, but really that's pretty much it. So I think that would be really cool to give him more like of a storyline, or maybe Jay. Both of them, Jay got a bit more than Carlos, but both of them probably. You know what I mean? All right, so those are the ones from Mikey Lynn. So great questions. And then I don't know if there's any more. All right. So Danielle, I believe, Danielle Musla, I can't pronounce the names, I'm sorry guys. But this one is, I'm intrigued by the idea of it, but I'm not sure what to ask. I've got a couple different ones floating around. And then she says, well, the question that keeps coming back doesn't actually involve the movie, so it's kind of like a different question. But she says, rather a TV show linked to it by theme. I'd love to know what the cast thinks of Once Upon a Time and how their on-screen parents are portrayed in that version of the fairy tale. So, and then she said she'd let me know if there's any more questions, but it's too late. Sorry, we'll have another Q&A probably, and you can ask me your question there. So yeah, Once Upon a Time, I just love Once Upon a Time. I am not caught up. I've missed like a season and a half actually, so I gotta catch up with that. I'm loving all, actually they did what's her name? The Wicked Witch of the West. They did her. So actually, that would be a really cool character to see also in the Descendants world. I think the cast, I don't really think they worry too much about Once Upon a Time. I think they're just focusing on their movie. But to me, I would love if they did something like Once Upon a Time for Descendants 2, because I think I included this in my review of the first movie. The villains weren't really that intimidating. Maleficent, Evil Queen, Jafar, Cruella. These people that are supposed to be like the scariest villains of all time weren't really intimidating at all. They were just kind of there for like comedic relief, and it's like, that's not what they're for. That's what you got all these characters for. Use those characters, don't use these villains, right? So that's what I thought about that. So I think that the villain, the type, in Once Upon a Time, they're just like scary. Like I was scared of Regina in season 1. So I'm still scared of her now. Actually, she's still kind of intimidating. So I think they should use some of those themes in the next movie, but I don't know. It's just my opinion. But that was a pretty good question, and I think that's all on this video. Yeah, pretty sure that's all of them. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. Now we're going to go to another video, and I am going to read the comments off of there. So let me go to the next video. So we gotta go to my other video, guys. We gotta go to my other video. This is the theories video that I did. There's an ad. I hate ads. Alright, so here's one from Squirrel Boy. Actually, he's a new subscriber. He says, do you think there'll be a Descendants 3? And do you think Ursula will turn into Vanessa? That's the question I was talking about. Obviously, we just talked about Descendants 3. There is probably going to be one. And I think that it could likely be in theaters. Probably not. Who knows for sure. But again, live action fairy tales are so popular right now. I don't know why Disney wouldn't do that. But it says, do you think Ursula will turn into Vanessa in Descendants 2? I hope so. That is exciting. I don't know. I just think that would be really cool. Actually, you know what? That brings a good question up. Is Uma half human? Is that why China McClain's gonna look like her? Or is she kind of like, looks like Ursula and transforms into Uma? I don't know. You know, who knows? But it looks like that'll be the case, but who knows for sure? Who knows what Ursula's gonna look like in the movie, but I think that she will maybe turn into Vanessa. But, you know, if she did already do that, because this takes place after all of the classic tales, then wouldn't Ariel like warn everybody about her turning into, you know, Vanessa? I don't know. And then after that, The Little Mermaid 2, that's also set. Actually, we could get, is her name Melody? Yeah, we can get Melody in here too. I would love her. But, you know, if it's after that too, then everyone would know about Morgana and like all these other people. So I don't know. I just think that she could turn into Vanessa, but like maybe a different version of Vanessa. I don't know. Maybe she could turn into somebody else. But who knows for sure. So that's pretty cool too. I keep trying to find these. They're really hard to find. I'm trying to find it. I think that's all the questions this time around. Let me go to my other video, my teaser breakdown, and then we'll look there. I don't know if there's any questions there. Alright, so let the breakdown. Okay, so here's one from Donovan Martin. Okay, so he says, my question for the Q&A is that if the sequel took place during Halloween time, and Uma was there, wouldn't she cast a spell to turn Evie into a mindless vampire with Mal, who is Maleficent, and she makes a team which could turn it into a Civil War type movie? Well, this ain't Captain America Civil War. I don't know. Captain America Civil War was huge at the box office and made it to the $1 billion club, so, you know, if they did Descendants 2 in theaters and turned it into Civil War, who knows? Not really. But, I like this. I think this is, like, kind of a theory, but also a question, too. I actually did a video for theories where I talked about Mal being Maleficent. Go check that out. I think that's kind of possible. I don't think necessarily Evie would be a vampire, but like it's like, because Uma, that wouldn't really make sense to turn her into a vampire per se. I mean, maybe if it was Halloween, then you know it could be, but I don't think that would be the case. Maybe just hypnotize her with a spell or something. You know, that would make more sense. And then she says, Mal, who is Maleficent. Again, I made a theory about that. Mal could switch bodies with Maleficent, and then in the end of the first movie, you guys know what I'm talking about, where they look into each other's eyes, and Maleficent turns into a lizard. What if they switch bodies? I'm just saying, that's a theory, so go check it out. I explain it more in my theory video. And then Uma teamed up with Mal, who is Maleficent, and they make a team, which could turn into a civil war. I don't know, I don't think that would be possible, because again, they're kind of just laying down the foundation, and the movie's coming out next year, not this year, and we don't know when the movie will come out. The movie came out last time, the first movie came out in the summertime, so I would think that's when they wanted to do it, because Descendants was a huge summer movie, in my opinion, and it kind of felt more like a summer movie to me, so I think they would try to keep it that way, but you never know. I mean, these are fairy tale characters, so they would work on Halloween too. But I don't know. It's possible, but also not possible, so we'll see. And then I think there's more questions, but let me look just in case if I miss somebody. I'm trying to find it, but I ain't doing that. A lot of people are saying that they want different castings for Ursula. Someone said Selena Gomez. I'm like, haha, it's funny. No, I ain't doing Selena Gomez. That would be awful. Okay, so I don't think there's any more. I think that's pretty much it. And then also someone wanted Lana Parrilla, who plays Regina in Once Upon a Time, to be Ursula. I don't think that would be the case, but you know, who knows. And then I think there might be something here. Nope, I think that's pretty much it. So that's all the questions for the Q&A. If I did miss one, like if I didn't see one, then just tell me in the comments, and we'll do another Q&A some other time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it's kind of a weird video. I didn't really kind of do the things I do in my videos. This is my first ever Q&A, so I don't know if you guys liked it or not. But yeah, I hope you guys like my opinions. Again, Descendants 3, I don't know. It'll be a strong case to pull if they put it in theaters, but it could be possible. Again, High School Musical 3, they could do it the same for Descendants 3. Again, with fairy tale movies being so popular right now, so it's a thing that they should do. And they even have Dumbo in the works for live action, so they can surely do Descendants 3, right guys? And then again, I think that it would be really cool for Ursula to be Vanessa, but who knows for sure on that either. So those are my two favorite questions about what I predict about Descendants 3 and stuff like that, and all that stuff. And then of course the Vanessa question was really cool too. I like that one the most just because it's like a callback to the original movie, so that's really great too. So what did you guys think of the Q&A? And if you have any more questions and you want me to do another Q&A, comment down below and we will do another one. Because it's super exciting. Alright, so thanks guys for watching this, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.